Here's a quick update on the garden. It's been about a week since my last video, and actually about 3 weeks since I started planting some of the tomatoes, zucchini, and pepper plants, eggplants, and everything's right on schedule. Everything's looking pretty good. Just going to take a little zoom over here and focus in on the tomato wheel. You can see how the tomato plants are starting to reach the top of the post and actually into the wires there. And the idea is to have the plants go up the post and then train them to go in a circle. And Debbie nicknamed it the tomato wheel, so we'll have to see how that works out. Looks like it's on target so far. Back here we've got the grape plants, and at the base of the grape plants I've planted some honeydew melon, and they look like they're doing okay. We'll know in another couple of weeks. The idea there is just to train those plants to go back and forth and just sort of be at the base of the grape plants and take up a lot less space that way. We've got the zucchini plants, and you can see they're getting bigger. Pretty soon we'll have little zucchini on there, and we'll be cooking up some zucchini. These are the ones that were planted a little bit after the first plantings. Over here we've got the pepper plants, and here we've got some cucumber plants, and you can see how they're being trained to go up the cage. They're looking pretty good. And we've got watermelon plants around the base of the fence. It's going to walk around here. You can see how they're evenly spaced, and they just go right around. The whole idea is to just keep them near the fence and let them take up the space, very little space. And these are eggplants. They're a little different. They're not quite as big and round as the usual eggplants. They're a little thinner, and they have a lot less seeds. So that's gonna be something new this year. Over here we've got some more cucumber plants. These were just planted. I just planted these about a week ago, and they got to catch up to the other ones. So they look pretty good so far. All right. Then inside the tomato wheel we have a circle of cantaloupe plants, and the idea there is to train them to go in a circle and then let them grow in that inner area. So that remains to be seen how that's going to work. Hopefully it'll produce some good cantaloupe, and we'll see what happens there. All right, you can see, focus in back here, you can see the little flowers on the tomato plant back there. And we've got some have some Rutgers tomatoes and San Marzano tomatoes. And over here I've got a couple, these three tomato plants right there. A neighbor had given me, and they're going to grow really tall, but actually, since they're only going to go up about 3 feet, then I'm going to train them to go around in a circle like the others. But if they were to be on, like, say, 8-foot posts, they would grow to 8 feet. Because I've grown them before. The neighbor has given them to me before, and I had them up as high as like 6 or 8 feet. So they're pretty unique. They're right from a farmer that my neighbor knows. And it's always fun to try some different plants, and the ones you have success with, stick with those. And that's pretty much the tour. I spend about 20 minutes about every 2 or 3 days. I come out, I spend about 20 minutes and just rake up, like in the garden, pull a few weeds and keep things maintained. It's not that big of a deal, really. It's a nice little hobby. Of course, you got some work to do up front, before you start planting and all, but once you get everything planted, it's really only a couple times a week, maybe 15-20 minutes, and it's a lot of fun.